Hello, lovely people. Welcome to episode 2 of our pearl set series. Today, we're going to be making a super elegant pearl bracelet. Just like in our earring video, remember that if you would like to use real pearls, you are more than welcome. But a great budget-friendly option that I'm using here to make these videos today is our faux pearls. You can find these and so much more at my sponsor's website, Fire Mountain Gems and Beads. They carry everything that I'm using today, including all of my tools, and they have so much more. So I highly recommend that you check out their website, link in the description box below, and go find some awesome stuff to make. Please remember to like and subscribe so that you never miss a thing. And let's get into making this pearl bracelet today.
Step 1, you're going to gather all of your materials and your supplies. Really important for this project is going to be this little tool here. It's called a purling needle. You can do these projects without purling needles, but the purling needles just make everything so much easier, so much better, so highly recommend it. That in mind, we're going to take our string here, and you're going to cut twice the length that you want from this. If you are knotting, please be sure to give yourself way more string than you think you're gonna need. If you're just gonna let them sit next to each other like we are here today, then you can go ahead and just cut yourself plenty. Now you are going to thread your purling needle through the string. Here, the purling needle is on this side, kind of hard to see, but you're gonna take your two ends here, and you're going to give yourself probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. You just want to leave yourself plenty to work with. You probably don't need that much, but kind of like I've mentioned before, you can always cut more off. You can't put it back on. So give yourself plenty of space. And you're just going to tie a knot here. A knot in the one end and our purling needle on the other. So now you're just going to string your pearls. You're going to grab your pearls. And this is where the needle really comes in handy, because you can just stick her through here and slide it up. Now you're just going to slide them all on. Now if you're wanting to knot, obviously you're going to knot in between each pearl individually. I opted to stick with a simpler pattern here today, so we're just going to string along our pearls. So once you get the hang of the feel for getting them on the string, it goes really pretty quickly, and before you know it, you've got a lovely string like this. So now that you have your string of pearls, we need to add a knot to this end here. So a little trick I like to use is I like to grab the round nose pliers, stick them through my knot, and then as you can see, you can slide it all the way down. That way your string is tight. This is kind of like the equivalent of having somebody put their finger down when you're tying a bow. It's just using a tool to get that nice and tight. So when you're confident about where it's at, you're just gonna go ahead and slip that off and pull the two strings here to tighten. And look, we have a perfectly tight section of pearls here. So now we just need to add our clasp. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a crimping bead on. Crimping beads look like this. The link will be in the step out instructions. So we're going to thread both of our strings through our crimping bead here. And that's going to come sit and hang out down here by this knot. Now we're going to thread our clasp through, and you're probably looking now, if you've never done a project like this, and you're like, wait a minute, how is that going to work? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your string and you're going to thread it back through this direction through the crimping bead. So it's going to look like this when you're pulling it through, and then you're just going to take it all the way through and down to the knot. You're going to make it nice and snug. If your crimping bead is big enough to fit over your knot, definitely do that. Mine isn't, so we're just going to crimp right above the knot. So how you crimp is you're going to hold everything tight. You're going to take your little crimpers here, and you're going to, you see there's 4 little sections on your crimpers. Well, 2 if you're going by side. So you're going to take the one that's farthest back right here. It's kind of going to turn it into a taco shape. So you're going to put it in this little section here. Do you see that? You're going to give it a good squeeze. So that is what's going to crimp the bead down. Do you see how the bead almost looks like a little taco now? Now you're going to take this other portion, this first top portion, and you're going to take it like this and you're going to crimp it down again, and that is what turns it round and gives it that full crimp. You're going to put a little dab of glue on the knot, and then you can go ahead and clip the string. That's just to make sure that the string doesn't unravel. All right, now we have to attach the jump ring on the other side to be our closing piece. So we're going to take our crimping bead and thread it through. Then we're going to take our jump ring, make sure that there's absolutely positively no gaps in the jump ring that the string can get through. Silk string has a way of worming itself out. So you're going to thread that through just like we did the clasp, and then you're going to go back through the crimping bead. Okay, now that we have that, we are going to crimp again. So let's grab our crimping pliers. Again, you've got the two little parts of the crimping pliers. You've got this one lower down and this one higher up. You're going to start with the one that's lower down. It's going to kind of turn it into a taco shape, right like so. You're going to squeeze. Then you're going to turn it. You're going to put it in this top one, and you're going to squeeze again. And that's what gives it a nice round shape. So now we are going to knot one more time this extra string and put our dab of glue on. And there we have our finished bracelet.
And just like that, you've got a finished pearl bracelet. This is such a gorgeous piece, very simple but elegant. Like we've talked about, pearls are just elegant in general, but it's wonderful to have them on. Can make you feel like you're royalty. I hope that you enjoyed getting to make this with me today. Please be sure to check out my website for the step-out instructions and other projects, as well as my sponsor's website. They have everything that you could possibly need for any kind of jewelry project, and they also have amazing customer service, super fast shipping. I can't speak highly enough. So check out the description box below for links to all of those things, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.